No. What game? Did I just lose the game? God damn it, I haven't done that since high school. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do a show.
Alrighty. Reminder, don't talk during the doodads. 5, 4, 3.
You're listening to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild Convert to Raid on Airy Peak, US.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 111 of the Converted Podcast, the World of Warcraft podcast all about the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is August 21st, 2017, the day of Black Sun. Thank you very much for joining us. It is 6:11 Airy Peak local time, and we're getting ready to start a show. My name is Barfolomew, and with us tonight, she truly is the master of her own domain, Salmisis, the Shaman. Sal, how you doing today?
In this episode, we have Nepthen from Casually Elite, your converted shoutouts, Eclipse Report with Ash, and yeah, hey, I'm doing great. I've been moving, so there's nothing on my walls. So tonight I'm on my laptop, which is kind of crazy for me. So I'm like, how does everything work? And it turns out I can't use my regular computer because I lost my monitor.
Oh.
It's just gone.
It doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. Not like it's
I
probably
don't
in a
know.
box in the kitchen. It doesn't exist anymore.
It might be in a box.
Okay.
But,
So there's hope.
but it's not in a box though. I didn't put it in a box. So it could be in an Uber car, or it could be in the moving truck, or it could be on the bus.
Yeah, it seems bad.
Yeah.
So I need
Seems
to buy
bad.
another monitor,
Yeah.
which is
That's
great.
what I was thinking.
Which is great. Can't wait for that. But I've been playing this cool little game on my phone called Mystery Merchant, where you get like a demon looking guy and you make potions. You make potions with cards. So it's like a card game. What? I see your face.
A demon making potions. I thought perhaps you were describing my shaman in the World of Warcraft, who spends all of her time in the auction house making potions for all of the various, moneyed individuals who like to come and buy things. Thought maybe you were referring to me. That you were playing a video game that I was the star of somehow.
You know, Barf, we need to talk about your delusions, and your video game obsession has gotten to the point that maybe we should get together as friends and take you out of the basement.
Oh, I'm in deep denial that that's happening.
You guys are like a state apart. Like you could literally do this.
Not that
Just saying.
far. It wouldn't be
Not
too
that
bad.
far. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. Thanks for asking.
Anytime. Absolutely. We also have the CTR Events lead and all-around VIP, just generally speaking. What have you been up to, Turarts?
I have been busy. The past 2 weeks have been great. So the PUBG, I don't know if you've heard of this little game called PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battleground. But I have sorry kid, distracted mom thing. All the PUBG all the time. All the PUBG, and I'm addicted. And I got a headshot, but then immediately got shot because I was cheering. So like I hit the button so my player stood up, and then someone was like, "Oh hey, look, there's a person." And then I got headshotted. But I got my first headshot. I was pretty excited. And then the Warcraft guys, I know I'm going to be talking about this until January 20th, which is 5 months from now. 5-year anniversary. CTR 5-year anniversary.
Are
5
we
months away.
Already?
Already. Because it's year
Already
5,
you're
guys.
starting this.
Year 5. I'm already looking for donations. I'm like, okay, what days can I dedicate? Because I have a full-time job and a mom full-time. But no, guys, 5 years. That means this podcast has been going for basically 5 years. That means I've been a member of the guild for basically 5. Like, this is a big deal. So my WoW time is basically spent seeing how much auction house I can.
Chat's being naughty, aren't they, Sal?
Auction house. Chat. Yes. I can do. And Yes. And I lost my voice. I think it's coming back slowly but surely. But that's what I've been up to. I'm streaming again, and I'm loving it. It's so much fun. But all the PUBG, all the CTR 5-year. And yeah, that's my life. What about you, Barf? What have you been up to the past couple weeks? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. Warcraft has been a little bit grindy for me. I went ahead and brought my shaman out into Suramar and Val'sharah and made sure that my demon shaman, got her leveled out with the reputations out there because I needed recipes for my professions that I just haven't had this entire expansion. And I'm like, you know what? No, I deserve the 3-star whatever recipe for enchanting, whatever it is. Suramar has it, and I gotta go buy it. So I did that. And I've been playing a lot of the other video games, like Turarts was saying, spending a lot of time on the stream doing Zelda stuff and Mario stuff and all kinds of stuff. And the other cool thing that happened this week, 3 days ago, something like that, some number of days ago, I received in the mail my doodad from Jules. It fits awesome. It's, for those who can't see my beautiful face and my fantastic chainmail lanyard, I backed the CTR party, and my reward was this awesome lanyard that has all the Zelda colors on it, because that's what I asked for, and Jules was like, yeah, no, that sounds like fun, I'm going to make that. Then she made it, and she mailed it to me, and I can't wait to put a ticket on the end of it, and I'm going to wear it to the BlizzCons. To the BlizzCons! To the BlizzCons! That was my week, and I'm excited about it. We do have one other very quiet individual, but we're going to make him not be quiet anymore. We got Nepthen from, what was it, Casually Elite is here today?
That is correct.
Share with us the details of your life, in real life, your name and address to start with, and then what you've been up to recently.
Social security number.
I already sent that to you guys. You didn't get it?
We'll put it up in the post show.
Okay.
What have you been up to?
The past week?
Yeah.
It's not I didn't move or anything, but it's just been, my WoW time is basically just dedicated to raiding. So we raid Tuesday, Sunday, and then Thursday we try to get 15 Mythic Pluses done. Those usually don't end up too well, but we usually get them done. It's just a slugfest. Other than that, my son went back to school this week, so that was interesting, to say the least. This is the 3rd day now. He was just here a couple minutes ago. You guys saw him sneak in.
How old is he?
He's 8.
Ah.
He's not doing dailies for me yet, but soon we hope to,
get him fishing and stuff.
He can probably fish. He could probably play.
Old enough for that.
Because if I get him to play, then he'll want his own computer, and I don't want to spend money on buying him a computer because he'll probably break it, and it's 8-year-olds. But yeah, nothing too crazy going on.
Nice. Well, chat room, before we talk more, because we're going to have some great conversation tonight, you want to get us your shout outs. You can definitely tweet them at us now, and we will read them a little bit later on the show. That's @converted_CTR.
That being said, let's dive right on in. So like I said earlier, making his first appearance on the Converted, it's Nepthen from the Casually Elite Mythic raid team. Did I get that right?
Well, we're not Mythic yet. That is the ultimate goal. We don't have quite enough to get Mythic yet, but that was the original design behind the team. So
you guys had Mythic last year.
Well, that kind of didn't count because it took our characters that were in Heartless and kind of gave us credit for it.
I'm counting.
We really didn't have it.
Mythic raid team, Casually Elite.
It's fine. We'll call it that.
So, how long have you been playing WoW?
I've been playing WoW. Well, I've been playing WoW off and on. I played back in vanilla, but I took quite a hiatus when Star Wars: The Old Republic came out, and when I finally decided to stop killing the same boss every week for the past 4 years, we came back to WoW. I came in late into WoD, and I don't know how all the people played WoD that long because I was in it for a couple months and I was like, no, I'm done with this Garrison thing. But Legion's been great. So Legion's been awesome. So I think total time in WoW maybe 4 years over the course of 10 or however long the game's been out. So I haven't been here since the beginning, but I've been following it since the beginning. So I guess I should get half credit for that.
Half credit, okay. Participation trophy.
B-.
Yeah. Okay, so you're here repping Casually Elite. Tell us about how that team was formed.
Well, the team was formed because Heartless, which was another raid team within CTR, decided to not only change servers, but change factions. So some of us were on board with changing servers because you can still play with the Alliance characters, but some of us were not ready to go back to Horde or switch to Horde. So there were about 4 or 5 of us that were in contact with another saying, what are we going to do? What team can we join? Is there any teams that raid this late kind of thing? And then there are a couple of gentlemen that I played with back in the SWTOR who were on other teams that said, hey, I hear you guys looking for teams. So it kind of started gathering like, hey, we should make our own team. And I think we had 7 to start with. And I said, that's all great, but we need 3 more. So we kind of scrounged around and got enough. Our goal was 10, right? Let's get 10, see what we can do. And it was just kind of came together, and I think I pulled a short straw to become the leader and actually make it on the website and everything. There's a story behind that too, because a bunch of us played in SWTOR, and I was the guild leader and I was the de facto leader of the raid team. There were other leaders too in the raid team, and they'll get mad if they hear me say that. And so when I came over to play WoW, I said, I'm not doing any leadership. I'm not going to do any I'm not going to run a team, not going to run a guild, none of that stuff. And I was actually an officer in Heartless, and I got a little bit of flack for that. And so they said, well, you're already an officer, you might as well just run the team. So I'm the leader, but it's really run by like 5 of us. We just kind of everyone has their own opinion, and we all kind of get things done. And we grabbed some people from Heartless that didn't move or didn't want to move or weren't invited to move. And we've just been going since, I think we formed right before Nighthold ended. Well, it's still going on, but right before TOS got released. So I think we did a quick heroic Nighthold, and then we're waiting for TOS, and we've been doing that ever since.
That sounds pretty cool to me, man. What's the team like in there, man? Like chemically speaking. Chemically speaking, that's not a way to say it. The team chemistry. What's like the atmosphere in the group?
How can I say this? That's I think we have a lot of fun. I think we have lofty goals, so there's a little bit of competition between everyone, which is great. I think that's what you need to have in a team. It's always fun to kind of give each other, poke at each other like, hey, what's your DPS? Why is it so terrible? Kind of thing. But we all have a good time. We give each other, crap all night, but it's all in good fun. And when it comes right down to it, we get our jobs done and we kill bosses. They may pick on me more than I pick on them, but I'm sure I deserve it.
Well, what are you guys up to right now in raiding then? So we're not quite at the Mythic yet. What would you say your team's doing right now then?
We're working on KJ and Heroic.
Okay.
We spent all last night on him. He's fun. I think we're close. We'll probably get him either this week or next week, depending. We're losing some people this week, so we're kind of low on some heavy hitters, but his days are numbered. We'll probably get him in 2 weeks at the most. What
percentage are you guys getting him down to?
I don't remember. Not low enough. We didn't see phase 3 very often, but phase 3 I don't think is that. It doesn't look that rough. I know it's rough, but it doesn't look nearly as chaotic as phase 2.
Yep.
So we got phase 2 kind of down to a pretty easy pattern, which took longer than I think we all hoped. But we are where we are, and it's very hard we only had 11 people last night. I think we had 12, then we had 11, so we had very few. These bosses are actually really annoying sometimes with the low number of players, and KJ is one of those because there's so many Armageddons, but we'll get there. It's a good challenge. It's fun.
Do you see a raid team is answering Barf's question, letting everyone know exactly which chemicals your raid team is made of, including hydrogen,
tell you what chemicals I'm made of, Mr. Coffee.
Gold.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Mr. Coffee.
I don't think water with how much rum is consumed by one of our tanks. I don't know. And I drink coffee, so I guess
72% sodium. Yeah. As far as your team, no. First of all, you mentioned raiding kind of late, and if you're talking about like getting to KJ heroic every week, like when do you raid and how often?
We raid Tuesdays and Sundays from 10 to 1 East Coast. So usually Tuesday is clear everything up to Avatar, and then Sunday is KJ night.
All right. Now, as far as your team goes, like the team, not necessarily you, but what would you say with your team would be your favorite and least favorite encounters? And I know that this team is a little bit newer than others.
Favorite encounter. I think we all love Sassy, good old Sassine, just because that was one of our first roadblocks, because that fight is one of those that's really rough on low number groups. And I think when we first killed her, we're okay. And every week it's just getting easier and easier. And I think we all kind of have fun with that, especially when we DPS the eels too fast and then the tornadoes come out and we're all freaking out because we have to kill eels fast and stuff. I mean, the healers don't appreciate that, but I think we all have fun. As far as the least, I don't know. Maiden. I think Maiden.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know what it is with Maiden, but we get in there and we just forget to do things. Jump off too early. Don't dodge the swirlies. And
Yeah,
I think
you got to
Maiden,
pay attention.
Yeah, and I think Maiden's actually a pretty easy fight, but one person could just make the whole thing balloon. And I think last week I jumped off and fell to my doom really early in the fight, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I get this view for the whole night. And I think we still killed it though. I was joined by 2 other people, so it was a party down there.
I've been with that group. Into that fight for the first time in several different groups, and the first time is always the same. Like, okay, guys, here's how it is, and everyone goes, yeah, whatever, let's go, and then everything explodes and you're dead really fast. Like, oh, okay, this must be hard. And then on the third pull, we'll kill it. And that's in normal. But everyone kind of thinks it's just going to be, it's been easy up till now.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
And
Maiden's trippy fight because one person can mess it up, even the normal. I don't know how LFR is, but I don't want to know how LFR is, but.
Well, and it's one of those things that once you figure it out, once you go, oh, okay, here's how it is. We all understand it. And once you just kind of get the dance, you got it. There's no problem. Like, it's not a DPS check or anything like that, but you got to do the mechanics.
Absolutely. I like mechanics.
How do you like pictures?
Pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were sent a thing.
I didn't think I know what you were sent.
I have a secret that I'd like to share with the chat room. Chat room, don't tell them. Would you like me to read it, or do you guys one of you guys want to read it?
You read it.
You read it.
Me? All right,
Yeah,
let me
what
get
picture
up
this is.
onto the microphone here. Okay. On behalf of NEP's present and former raid team members, I submit this pic for trolling on the show tonight. We've had a lot of fun memeing it over the years.
Yes, they have.
Back when some of us played Star Wars The Old Republic, NEP went to a fan developer meetup. The devs gave NEP a bunch of free drink tickets, presumably so he would shut up about his ideas to make the game better. And this photo is of NEP getting into a cab after the event, all
Uber.
giggly drunk. He doesn't really like the picture, but it's still all in good fun. Looking forward to tonight's show. With love from Dib.
Dib, thank you. All right.
That is phenomenal.
That is. Oh, there's
Oh,
plenty of memes.
All in good fun, like you were
Plenty of
talking about
memes.
earlier, right?
Yeah, I was actually in a good mood at that point. About 10 minutes later, I was not happy anymore.
No,
So-
I imagine not.
Did you
that
have
was
to
a
pay
rough
the Uber
morning.
driver $200?
I don't remember the Uber ride very well. I know we're in that tunnel in New York for way too long, from what I understand, and I was just ready to go home. It was a fun night up until that point.
You were in New York going through a tunnel? Were you going into Jersey?
We're going to Jersey. I don't know what tunnel that is.
Oh, you're going down to Jersey? Hey, I'm walking here. I don't know how to talk
I guess we were in there for an hour.
crazy people
I don't
from that
remember
weird state.
because I was leaned back.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Barf is from Jersey, so he should be able to do the accent
I
really
don't
well.
know how to do it. I've watched TV and movies. I don't know how to do it. They do it so well in fiction.
You're missing the gold chain. You have to have the gold chain.
A little bit of this is gold color.
Yeah, that'll work. Okay, now you got to do the fist pump.
How is it?
And-
And you slick the hair to the side.
And yeah, slick your hair.
All of my hair gel is next door. I can't do that.
You got to have the V-neck T-shirt too, don't you? Isn't that how it works?
You could just like take a paper clip and
There you
as
go.
that pulling my shirt down.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wrong kind of show. Wrong show here, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Let's get back on track to our guests for a second. So you guys are small, but it sounds like pretty mighty. I'm like, you're getting to KG. What type of recruiting are you doing? Who are you looking for in particular? Or is it just everyone come to us?
We are the only team in the history of WoW who's looking for melee DPS. We have so many. We have all range. Well, it's so funny because of the groups that I have run with were always heavy on melee. It's like, everyone wants to be a demon hunter. Everyone wants to be a rogue. We're like, we could use a couple of these. And we have a lot of healers too. So we're that one team that just needs DPS. We have great tanks. Our healing group's really good too. We just need some DPS. Melee would be great. And I know how much people love playing melee because you get to look at the boss's butt the whole time. So we need some more of those. Okay, you're actually saying warrior, ret pally. No survival hunters.
You don't just look at it.
Absolutely not.
Melee hunters.
Only druids. We are only recruiting druids. We have like 6 or 5 or something like that. I think 5.
It's something we were talking about a little bit before the show, and you were attributing your suave voice to this. That you have podcast experience.
Yes, I do.
Let's talk about that. Tell us about that. That's interesting.
Okay, I was the host of a podcast called Old Republic Radio back for Star Wars: The Old Republic. I ran that for 2 years, I think 2 years. And it was me and Rakar, who's actually known as Cornell here in CTR, and then Alex, who's actually Quintus on our team. It was the 3 of us, and we were probably the only podcast that raided heavily. Not saying the podcasts in SWTOR don't raid, but we are the ones that really got cranky about the raiding environment within Star Wars: The Old Republic. And so towards the end of our run, we were referred to as the Salty Podcast because we were all kind of cranky and mad about the fact that they didn't add any new operations, which are raids. But yeah, I was actually a co-host on the show a long time ago. And then the host left, and then a year went by, and I said, I want to talk about this game some more because to me, it's just fun talking with friends about, in this case, it was SWTOR, but also World of Warcraft. It's just fun talking about something that you enjoy doing. And, I didn't do it for money. I didn't do it because I wanted to become a micro celebrity. Some people get that joke, but it was a lot of fun. And, I miss podcasting. I don't miss editing podcasts. But especially
Sal
when
tells me that's the best part.
Yeah,
I actually have fun editing ours because I get to listen to it again and I giggle.
I would edit my podcast at work, and then we changed to an open office, so it kind of got a little difficult to sit there with, what are you doing? Oh, this is sequel. No, it's not. Okay, fine. Just leave me alone. I'm trying to edit this real quick. People
I'm
caught
running
on.
really complicated queries.
It's work, Michael. Back off.
I stopped compiling. This is what I'm doing while I'm waiting for it to end.
So I do know people who were playing SWTOR and raiding, and in fact, Megacode is still raiding in SWTOR, and you talk about a micro celebrity.
Yes,
that's one of them.
I think I follow him.
Megacode?
I haven't really. I kind of still follow the SWTOR scene, but usually it's just kind of the troll the friends that I still have over there.
So I'm reading my Twitter thing, right? My Twitter feed, and I'm like, wow, Blizzard, da, 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 da. And then suddenly, Mega is tweeting in a bunch of words I don't understand. What are you doing? Oh, SWTOR. Because he's tweeting about classes, and I don't even know.
What's the SWTOR equivalent to Paladin? Because I'm pretty sure Megacode's the kind of guy who would roll 12 Paladins and just call it a day.
What? He's a healer no matter what he plays.
Oh, a Paladin healer? The Commando healer was kind of like a Paladin. I don't know. Things have changed since I played.
Well, that's what he did. I sang a song about him once. Because he's a fireman in our IRL.
No, so I liked Fireman.
Fireman. Megacode. Making his rounds all over town. I don't remember. But I did. I sang it and I made a video and it was cute. Yeah. So he's still. Hopefully, he'll show up at a BlizzCon because he lives in Cali.
I hope he's there.
He'll do that. We don't need any more paladins, Barf.
What?
Mega code is enough paladin for.
I can hang out with all the We'll have a paladin picture together. All the paladins together. We'll all bring our hammers. You know what they say? When you have a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. And when you're a paladin, every weapon looks like a hammer. That's what they say. I don't know if they say that. That's what I say. That's what I say.
Tonight.
That's what I say.
Everyone says it tonight.
Oh, I'm sure I tweeted it months ago.
We need lots of pretty paladin pictures.
Because I think I'm funny.
I also think you're funny.
Silence from the entire rest of the crew.
Looking.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So we probably should maybe think about wrapping it up, the interview portion of our podcast. So please tell our audience how they can follow you on the internets or try to get on your team if they want.
You can find our team information on the website, CTR. It's Casually Elite. And you can follow me on Twitter if you want. It's Nepthen, Nepthen. Don't call me Nephen. Get really mad about that. I'm still active on Twitter, not as much as I used to be, but I definitely I'm there, and I tweet once in a while. If you want to apply we're looking for, obviously I know your stuff, but we're looking for melee DPS and other DPS, so come do the high deeps with us.
There are folks in the chat room trying to put a link, but we can't let. But if you were to send it to one of our mods in a PM, maybe Draven could help you out with that. Cool.
It came up on mine. It was blocked on yours?
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, well, it's in there.
Is your mod?
It's in now.
Yeah, it's there now. Yeah, go there.
Yeah. Guild.convert to raid. Okay, go ahead.
No. Read the HTTP colon. No? Okay.
Talk about your colon.
You get any shout outs?
Do I have any shout outs?
Yeah.
We'll give a shout out to Nin. We're waiting for you to come back. And she's the one shout out that I'm going to give.
That sounded serious.
Oh, it's super serious with Nin because we need someone to blame. So she needs to come back.
I mean, she's alive and all
we like you, Nin.
Yes, she's definitely alive. This isn't a seance. She's definitely alive.
Okay, that's good to know. I'm happy about that. So go ahead, Turarts, do your worst.
Do my worst, yeah, because we have a tradition on this show, hon, and hopefully you've watched the show and know what's happening. We need you to close the chat room, get off of converttoraid.guild, whatever other things you have, and list who's on your raid team, which I think you said there's 11 of you? 13? 11?
There's 14.
14, okay. 14 people. Barf does the counting. Let's go.
Okay, our tanks are Kamiyomi and Cornell. Our healers are Dabbington, Marissa, and Urax. And then the DPS, or stands in fire, are me, obviously. Quintus, Aristakis, Notch, Dibbolf, Yuda. How many is that?
Wait a minute, Notch is on your team?
Oh, yeah. Leanne's another one.
So I'm talking about the guy who invented Minecraft.
Oh, not that Notch. No, this is a different Notch. This Notch does really good DPS. And I'm missing one. No, I'm missing two. Deuce Knight is his actual character. And Eminelli. Is that everything?
Seems like 14 to me, man.
All right. Look at me go.
Look at that.
I can name some people who left, too, if you want. We had Polka Dot. We had Ireland.
Shame everybody.
No, they had good excuses. Real life and stuff like that.
Life.
Gosh. Who has time for life?
I don't. So we are okay. You got anything else to add? Speak now before Barf hangs up on you.
I'll do it. I'm crazy.
It's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
I'm really
Go.
glad you came. No, I know that when your team first started, like months ago,
Yeah.
you got a hold of us saying, "Hey, can I be on the show?" And I'm like, "Yeah, in August." You know,
Yeah, it's kind of good though because we're saying, hey, maybe by then we'll have our act together, and we kind of do. So
sounds like you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was really glad that y'all, formed this group from the ashes of the team that is no more. Because it was a big deal when that team left.
Yeah.
So good. Glad y'all are around and having fun. Cool.
Absolutely.
Okay, Barf, hang up on him now.
Bye, buddy.
Thanks again.
Bye.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming. You were a good guest.
Good night. Absolutely. Anytime.
All right. While we bring in Eshelon, I'm gonna hook you up with some
Real though,
guild.
his voice
Lovely.
is almost as sexy as yours right now, Turarts.
I know. I am rocking this. I actually think I may have done some damage to my vocal cords because I have not had my voice back in like a week and a half. So we'll see. This might be the new T. This might be the new Turarts. But while Ash is getting set up and Barf's doing the OBS stuff, let's talk guild events. Guys, watch that calendar, guild.converttoraid.com. We still have Silverbolt rocking the Convert to Shenanigans and PvP events. We will have some LFRs popping up, I am sure. But what I want to talk about tonight is that 5-year anniversary. I know it seems like it's forever away. January, we still have to get through BlizzCon. We still have to get through Thanksgiving, Black Friday, holidays, but it's going to be here before you know it. If there are events that you want to see happen, definitely hit me up. If there are things you want to donate, I am going to have to get on my virtual knees and beg for prizes eventually, but we can keep me off my knees longer if you just donate stuff sooner. This went south fast. I was hoping to bring it back, and it did not. So we are, we're going to go away from that and go back to get me your shout outs in chat. And let's see what Esh has to say. I'm going to just close it there. There's no coming back from this.
Wait a
Hopefully
minute.
the microphone's working today.
We're talking about
Yes.
some. Hey Ash, this is relevant. Navox in the chat room says that Nevar did some fun old transmogs this past week.
Yes, we've had all sorts of Navar streams. I think almost every event he does for the guild, whether it's the LFR run or transmog stuff. I know that Silverbolt has done transmog stuff before. We have guys. There right now where I think we just have kind of some the shenanigans up, but I know the past 2 weeks we've had tons of events from LFR to transmog to pet things. We really try to do as many events as possible to please everyone, whether you're raiding and wanting to do LFRs, whether you're PvPing, even we're doing that too. So watch that guild calendar and watch Twitter. I mean, if you don't have a Twitter, I didn't have a Twitter until I became an event lead. We retweet all sorts of events that are happening.
Mhm.
So if something last minute pops up, we try to get out on the calendar and say, hey, it might be 8 o'clock in the morning now, but at 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to run something. Get a Twitter and just creep the CTR guild and creep the CTR podcast too. We're kind of a big deal. You should do that as well. But yeah, definitely watch that guild calendar, watch the Twitter, because you will see things, and our Discord channel. That's where you're going to find all the action, people. We do our best to give you the info. You just have to be willing to use the tools.
Twitter's free.
Easy
You
to
know
use
that, right?
tools.
Twitter
Totally
is
free.
Discord's free. It's all free.
Get 3 of them now.
I mean, I pay for Twitter though.
How do you do that?
I
So-
don't. I don't.
I think you're getting scammed, Sal. We need to talk later.
Yeah, I mean, did you answer one of those like robocalls or something? Because you shouldn't do that. Shouldn't. They're always scammers.
Hey Ash,
What's
you
up,
bringing
Sal?
in the eclipse, man. You were
You
doing
know,
that today.
We totally did that today. I wasn't sure if I would even be here because the traffic was kind of crazy. I think we pulled in about 7 or 7:30. So yeah, should have been here at 5 if it wasn't for traffic, but it was traffic. So
Because you were in one of the areas that was like totally dark, yeah?
yeah, Chattanooga was just like south of total darkness. So we drove up and leave it to me to just not be satisfied with a total solar eclipse. I decided the family would go hike up top of a mountain and view it from from Huckleberry Knob, and I thought I was being clever because it's a very remote, nondescript location, and there were about 1,000 people there, so it's pretty cool.
At Huckleberry Knob.
Yeah. Yeah, we were not the only. I was not the only individual to have that brilliant idea. So, but it was pretty darn cool. You just can't tell you how awesome it was, but almost didn't happen. We had clouds until 20 minutes before.
That's what happened here. We had clouds, so we got to see a little bit of it, but
yeah. So
weather.
yeah. So when the moon first started covering the sun, there were clouds, and we could not see it. And there was like a glimpse every like 10 minutes. We'd just like get a sliver of it. But then like 20 minutes before totality, like the clouds went away, and it was great. It was perfect the whole way through totality. It was just. It is a very, very awesome experience if you ever get the chance. That's all I can say. It's just awesome.
I don't think we'll get the chance again for like 50 years or something.
The United States gets hit again in 7 years.
2024.
Yeah, the United States gets it in 7. So they come in clusters.
Someone lied to me at work today. Then I was told
Liars.
I was told 50 years.
Navox, I will derail the podcast if I want to. Someone tell me about the thing at Gamescom right now.
Heroes of the Storm
Don't know.
Put out a cartoon, which I will derail this derailing. Blizzard, put out more cartoons. If you could get like perhaps a series of cartoons, I would appreciate a series of cartoons. Thank you very much for the cartoons. They put out a cartoon where the Heroes of the Storm characters were getting ready to fight each other, and then Sonya showed up, and she was a Death Knight, and then Jaina turned into a Dreadlord, confirming all the memes and making me upset. And then Kel'Thuzad showed up, and he laid a beat down on all the bad guy, all the good guys. He was the bad guy. I want to play as Kel'Thuzad, but I'm bothered by the Dreadlord thing. But that's neither here nor there. Overwatch had a thing where Junkrat and Roadhog unsuccessfully tried to infiltrate a place, and it was very funny. And it was there was explosives involved and humor. And it was about a new map. So we got information about a new hero in Heroes of the Storm and a new map in Overwatch via cartoony bits, which was pretty cool. Blizzard, make more cartoon things.
We were talking about them making cartoons last night and how they could totally do a Netflix series and people would watch it.
Yeah,
like just
it would be very highly rated.
Do it.
Totally.
I would be all over it.
We were talking about that in the game case. Yep.
Okay, Ash, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead, Ash.
I'm gonna start with something that was in the newsletter. After approximately 60 pulls, iTunes killed Algalon and Ulduar. They got the achievement Herald of the Titans on August 12th. And just wanted to thank Solar Flare and Chromatica, who both helped out on the team. And the following members of the I-Team gave it their all: Avinda, Drander, Drinktink, Gisil, Opalescent, Twippy, Tynair, and Veo. And special thanks to Durja, Fat and Holy, and Telwyn, all who, along with Anisha, sat out the fight to ensure the best combination of class to take down Algalon. It was a difficult boss. Solar thinks we are probably the only group, so that is iTunes, are the only group this expansion to complete it with only consumables that were available during Lich King. So if you don't know about this achievement, there are some newer consumables and gems and things that can technically be used and still achieve this, but iTunes has a strict policy to not do any of those things. They don't use anything that's ahead of the expansion that they're working on. So they had some last fight mojo and totally killed Algalon. And by last fight, last pull. Yeah, it's so cool. So really huge congrats to those guys. I mean, that's pretty epic. That's pretty epic.
That's
So,
awesome. Good job, guys.
And if Solar is telling you that you're the only team doing that, this
He knows.
expansion, it's probably true.
He knows.
He knows.
He knows. So good job to iTunes. All right, for the for the rest of the report, we've got a few normal kills, 28 heroic kills, and 2 new mythic kills. So we'll get started with Room with the Moose, who killed Fallen Avatar, and let's see, we've got HTX and the Troublemakers, who got down KJ on normal. So good job to those teams. Gluttons for Punishment took out Goroth. HTX and the Troublemakers took out Goroth and Harjatan. Bacon and Kegs and Gruel's Gone Wild took out the Demonic Inquisition. Mr. Sazine fell to the Salad Senate and Resolve. Hell to Pay took out the Sisters. Rolling Thunder took out Demonic Inquisition and Sisters. Line of Sight, Council of Chaos, both killed Desolate Host. Project Failsauce and Raid 6 knocked out Maiden. And then we got a couple of teams that did a lot of progression. Standard Dragon Protocol and Dark One's Own Luck. Mistress Sazine, Sisters, Desolate Host, and Maiden all fell to those 2 teams. Epic Eggplant took out Fallen Avatar along with Threat Level Midnight. And then our 2 progression kills in Mythic, Edamame got Goroth, and Warfront killed Harjatan. So we still have 5 teams that are 8 of 9. No progression kills necessarily for all of them, but we've got several that are like knocking on KJ's door. They're all pulling KJ. So good luck to those teams. And hopefully we'll see some more ahead of the curve soon.
Oh, I
It
think we
seems
will.
Kill Jaden is pretty hard, and that's satisfying. I think like when you get it down, you've done something.
Yeah, it
So
feels
that's cool.
like it feels a lot like at the end of Hellfire Citadel. Name slips my mind right now, but it feels a lot like that, boss. It's Archimonde, yeah. Tons of pulls, and you get a little bit further and a little bit further, and you got to clean up the one phase. If you're slopping it up 2/3 of the time, you're not making it to the last phase, the one that you really need to work on. So one of those fights. So we'll see them soon.
It'll take some work
Well-
for sure.
Was it Lonnie that told you it was Archimonde?
She did, yeah. How did you know?
She's the one that gives you all the right answers.
I was hoping it was Fidget Spinner Medivh.
No, he's not.
No.
In your ear.
He's not spinning the fidget today. I think they're all like doing some kind of.
They look like they're teaming.
Well, I think that Deathwing is like DMing, some kind of a mission that they're on there or something. I think Deathwing's got some kind of a campaign going. These guys.
Man, I want to play D&D. I'll be a bard on Deathwing's D&D group. I'll bring my own dice.
Yeah, Arthas has his own dice, so he's good. Rolling that D20. That's it, guys. No more.
That's it. Awesome. Ash, thank you so much for
Problem.
your eclipse report, for your raid report.
Yeah.
And yeah. So what am I doing here?
Now we're moving on to chat room
Yes.
shout outs. Chat room, throw it at me. I have some already, but I know you guys have more. And you read those shout outs while Sal does our few Twitter shout outs that we have.
Guys, everything Turart says is sexy.
I had to look up. Is it
And now it's time for chat room shout outs. Chat room, throw them at me. I mean, yeah. Okay, so on Twitter, we had one. Sly says, huh?
some more
Are there
below
more?
that? There are more below.
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you, Turarts. You're so good. It says, shout out for letting me represent Bacon and Kegs last show. We got 4 wonderful new raiders out of it. Whoa!
Listeners were stepping up.
Well, they just, heard her talk, I had to edit the heck out of that show.
Well, yeah.
Y'all know that.
So what
I
you're
had to
saying
take
is that the
full-
4 new
It's
people
now
came
tape.
from the video the live, you're saying that that's where those folks came from.
Well, if anyone wants to see what really happened that night, you can go to our VOD. It's probably on YouTube. It's part of the YouTube as well. So that was a fun show, guys. And it was lovely to see and talk to Sly. Dib says, shout out to the converted crew for supporting CTR's raid teams. Thank you. I'm glad that y'all know we were supporting. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Because raiders are us. Okay, Vadaria says, Rolling Thunder is finally moving on to Heroic Sisters and Demonic Inquisition. Wait a minute. Is finally moving on. There should be a period there. Heroic Sisters and Demonic Inquisition down. Okay, we are now 4 of 9 heroic. Well, no, I'm not yet. No, it's just punctuation changes the meaning of a sentence.
It saves lives.
Sure, indeed. Okay.
Nepthen says, big shout out to Converted Crew for having me on to rep Casually Elite. It was so much fun. Very cool to have him on. And it felt so last minute bringing him on, but really he waited for months. So, there we go. T, is your turn, hon.
Yes, chat room shout out. So we have a few tonight. Winchester says, shout out to Kara and Habant, one of the best couples I have ever met in my life. Aww.
I love those guys.
The Game Case says, shout out to Turarts for rocking and rolling with all their anniversary planning, and to the entire Well Played Party team, which is now the CTR Party team. And also shout out to Barf for being awesome, and I guess Sal too, with some emotes of trolling. So
you see him trolling.
Hayden. Marissa CTR says, shout out to Casually Elite. You guys rock. PS, we need melee. Where's the Cajun says, shout out to me for being me. We love Where's. And then Navox, shout out to Navarre for running the Mythic Transmog runs last Friday. It was a very fun event. Tons of amazing shout outs from you guys. Yeah, and that's it for the chat room.
What about you, Kat? You got anything fun?
I do.
Yeah.
First of all, I was planning on doing this anyway before Wares stepped up and did it for himself, but I do want to shout out to Wares because he does a lot of the stuff where he tells people in the guild about our shows, and that makes a really big difference. Thank you so much, Wares, for doing that. I want to shout out to my forever hero, Navox. Last week when I was doing all the craziness of moving still, he helped out a lot and actually posted the show last week. So I didn't need to do it. And Navox, heads up, I'm going to do that again because I lost my monitor. So, yeah. Thank you in advance, Navox, for posting the show this week, too.
Navox, if you're still in chat, by the way.
Just to let you know.
This is the thing. Shout outs on my end. So shout out to my event staff. You guys, she has no idea how she lost the monitor. We're thinking Uber, maybe, bus. We've kind of.
Oh, and I don't want to say that anyone stole it. I don't think anyone wanted my cheap monitor.
I'll say it. You got stole. You got straight stole.
No, I got left it in a thing. I left it somewhere.
You answered one of those robocalls, didn't you? And
I answered a robocall, and that's what happened.
They took your monitor.
Somewhere I lost. I also lost a bag of cashews.
That's almost as bad as the monitor.
Almost as expensive, yeah.
How did such a terrible
Trade them
thing
in for
happen?
pistachios. All good.
But you gotta crack those open. Anyway, yeah, I lost a monitor. So, you know what? At Navox, I told this story at the top of the show.
He would know that had he been here.
Had he been here.
Way to be a responsive bear, Navox.
So I'm gonna shout outs real quick. Yes, shout outs. So shout outs to my event staff for rocking it. You're keeping that calendar full. And then I do have shout outs to Chaos Dispenser and Commander Human. These are not CTR people, but these are people who I did not know at the time that I was playing while they were streaming, but they let me play PUBG while they were streaming very poorly. at one point they played Madam President, so I just got to walk around and not pick up any guns as they protected me because it was easier than actually having me play. I am better now, but thank you guys for enduring me and very politely but firmly guiding me out of my wrongdoings and into better playing habits. So yeah, and then shout out to you three for putting up with sultry tea. Real tea will be back in 2 weeks.
I love the tea that you're serving me right now.
Oh, it's a
Good
good one.
It's good tea. My shout out goes to The Moon.
Ah,
for
yes.
A really great show today. It was spectacular and amazing and I don't know how else to say it.
It's the best
special.
moon we've ever had.
Yep. It was awesome. That's all I got.
I want a quick story. So I went to look at the eclipse on my floor, and I'm in a skyscraper, and there's a guy there, and he had a solar telescope. I was like, dude, solar telescope. So he's looking right at the sun with his telescope, and we got to look in his super cool telescope. And I'm like, so are you in an office on this floor or something? He's like, no, I'm FBI. I just I knew that this would be a good place to watch it.
See that, Ash? You should have gone to the top of the building instead of the deep woods.
There was a guy who had on the top of the mountain. He carried it up with his gear. He had an 18-inch telescope. It was massive. He had a big solar, filter on it, and you could see sunspots, everything. I mean, he's all zoomed in. It was pretty incredible.
Did you see the space station on it?
He didn't put it on the space station.
Well, there were pictures.
But he did a lot of. I think that was in St. Louis. I think they had a shot of a combo shot of the space station passing in front of the sun while the moon was starting to pass in front of the sun. I think you couldn't see that where we were because the timing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the night before, because we camped, it was a whole hippie sort of Bonnaroo thing. We were all camped out, and the night before he showed us Saturn and Jupiter and I don't know what kind of a cluster was it? Some kind of a cluster. It was a mega cluster.
We're not allowed to use words like that on the Converted podcast. The Guild has a family-friendly language policy.
Mega cluster?
Oh, that's what you meant. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyway, he showed us lots of amazing celestial things, and anyway, then we took a short sleep and saw an amazing eclipse the next day. So
that's so rad.
Yeah, pretty rad.
Cool.
Pretty rad. I got a couple of quick ones here. She doesn't listen and probably never will, but I do want to give a shout out to my boss, Brenda, for bringing solar glasses to work. I show up to work and she's like, "You ready to see the sun?" And I'm like, "We're in New Jersey. It doesn't matter here." And she goes, "No, we're going to see it's not the full, perfect, awesome thing that they're going to see down the south, but we can still see it from here." And I went, "Are you serious? I should have realized that, but I didn't." So I was completely unprepared to look at the sun. And she was like, "Here, take these glasses." And then I looked at the sun and it was awesome. So thank you, Brenda. You're cool. Also to Jules for building me a beautiful necklace with which I can
It is amazing.
show everyone that it's okay for me to be on the BlizzCon because I paid money to be there, and I have a ticket, and it'll dangle from my neck in such a way as to declare my ability to be there. So that'll be great. It's really, really awesome. You guys should all give Jules money in exchange for chainmail. I think you should do it. That's what should. Oh, I bumped the table. I'm sorry. That's what should happen. Turarts knows. That's everything I have.
Many things. Yes.
Okay, so we are not having a show on Labor Day. We don't typically do shows on holidays like that. So I'm letting Turarts have the night off. So in 3 weeks, that's right, in 3 weeks, Lonnie of Team Facepool.
What?
Oh my God, Dr. Pope, sorry.
Dr. Pope is here. Lonnie from Facepull will be here. She's going to talk about tanking or being a badass. I don't really remember what we're supposed to be talking about. Anyway, Esh's better half will be here, and she's going to spill the beans, and we're going to learn
All
a
of
lot
them.
more about Esh.
There will be beans everywhere.
This is going to
All
be
the beans.
amazing.
So, has Lonnie been on before? Like, she's been on camera before. Like, I've talked to her before, like, on...
She likes to, like, I don't know, is it a photobomb when it's on live? She does that.
She is a good photo bomber, yes.
Indeed.
So, and Lonnie's pretty great. So, we're gonna get her to say all the tea.
All the
about-
beans will be
beans about Esh.
everywhere. Yep.
Right. Is she still, like, within tapping distance of you?
Yes.
Yes.
This is going to be fun.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll see you in 3 weeks.
Well,
Barfolomew.
I'm sorry, I'm making squid emotes in the chat. That's going to be it for the show tonight, guys. Thanks very much for hanging out. Oh my goodness, the part where I say where we can be found is gone. You've deleted everything. Find us on the internet.
Hey, I'm
not
at
telling you.
Eshelon.
I'm not
At
telling you.
Eshelon.
I'm not
It's
telling
easy.
you how to do it this week. Ash can tell you, but I'm not telling you.
At Eshelon,
Converted
at Turarts,
Podcast.
convertedpodcast at
Underscore
gmail.com.
CTR. Yeah.
Dang it.
If you want
I
us,
think-
if you want to find us, do the work.
If you look at the right-hand side of your screen, you will see a nice converted.com a thing
Don't tell
to
him,
find
don't
stuff, and then
Don't
you can
tell
find. Okay, fine. I like it. That is lovely.
Thank you. It took me
It's
12 minutes.
Convertedpodcast@gmail.com. Convertedpodcast@gmail.com.
That'll be it for the show, everybody, this week. For Turarts,
Bye.
for Sal,
Bye.
for Ash,
Night Moon.
and for myself. We'll see you next time, everybody.
You can follow the show on Twitter at converted_CTR. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast. And find us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast. And join us live every other Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really.
We did it.
We did a show.
We made a
Did
video game.
show.